Good afternoon, Facebook. It's Alex Hall here of Alex Hall at Realty, and today I'm in a park that's just near Balmoral Beach in Sydney, and I'm going to show you where I am. I'm actually in a little segment that's off the main running track in Balmoral Beach in Sydney. Very beautiful part of Sydney. But today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things that you can do to help your agent, help you to achieve the best possible price. I think what's important to realise is that contrary to public opinion, a house does not sell itself. It requires a lot of work, and there are things that you as a client can do to really help your agent do the best possible job. So what are those 3 things? Well, the first thing that you can do is to help your agent know the reason that you are selling. Now, when I say the reason, there are really 2 components to this. The first is where you're hoping to go next in terms of location, the next house, etc., etc. But the other aspect of it is what that actually means to you and the why behind the why, if I can put it that way. So hypothetically, if you're thinking of moving from Sydney to, let's say, Brisbane, and let's say that you're moving there because your kids have moved there and you're wanting to be with your family. If that's the case, then the real reason you're wanting to move is not because you're wanting to go to Brisbane. Your real motivation is to be with your kids. And so the reason that you're moving is family. Let me give you another reason. Let's say that, God forbid, you've gotten yourself into a bit of a financial bind and you're needing to sell a house to pay off debts, or an investment property or something, and you want to pay back debts. Well, in that instance, the reason that you're selling really is about money, and you're trying to take a strategic position that will get you out of debt and move you on to the next stage of your life. Another example might be that you're wanting to move so that you can get your kid into, your child, into the best school for him. And in that case, it's about your family and trying to get your children into the best school. And that, of course, would be important because you're wanting to set them up and do the best they can. So that's the thing that we need to understand. It's not just where you're wanting to go next, but the reason why. And really, we as your agent, or me, if you're going to choose me, need to have real clarity around that. And the reason for that is the second thing that you can do to really help your agent, help you achieve the best possible price. And that is for you to give us an idea of exactly how much, in terms of price, you would actually like to achieve. And when I say that, I'm not saying that I'd like $1 million for my, $300,000 apartment out in the country somewhere, that, because there has to be a certain amount of quote-unquote reasonableness. But what I mean is we need to understand how much you need in terms of sale price to be able to do that. So let's take, for example, the scenario of you're moving to Brisbane. Now, I'm in Sydney, so I don't know what properties in Brisbane are worth, but let's say, I'm just changing my hand because my right arm is getting heavy. Let's say that, and that's getting unfready. Let's say that you need to have at least $500,000 left over in cash so that you can afford to not only leave, but to move and to buy comfortably. So the real figure you need in your hand is $500,000 after you've paid back your debts and so on and so forth. Well, if that's the case, we need to know that. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because, and I think this is worth stressing, my job as your agent is not to sell the house, because I'm not selling product. I'm not a car salesman. With all due respect to car salespeople, selling cars is a wonderful profession if you're in that job, but I'm not selling product. My job is to help you move on. As some of you may know, I used to be a solicitor, and when I was in that particular field of endeavour, my job was to help people resolve their problems by taking them to court. And when I'm selling houses, that's how I look at it. I'm here to resolve the problem. So in order to resolve the problem, I need to know exactly what it is that you're needing to do. And I need to have clarity as to what you're wanting to do, why you're wanting to go there, and how much you need to do it. Now the third thing, I hope that makes sense, but if it doesn't make sense, feel free to contact me afterwards and I'll have numbers, etc. that you can call and I'll give you details. But the third thing that we as your agent need to know, and this is fairly self-explanatory, but I hope you'll bear with me, we need to know everything about your home that makes your home unique. Now, it's been said in the world of real estate that it's not about the houses, it's about the people. And that's true to an extent, but at the end of the day, despite the fact I said I'm not selling houses, I actually am selling houses to the buyers when they come in. And in order to sell the lifestyle to potential buyers, I need to be able to differentiate your house from other houses that are on the market. Because every house is unique. Even houses, that are identical because they're built by developers as a block. Even in that instance, every house is subtly unique. The floor plan is going to be slightly different. The aspect is going to be slightly different. And what I mean by aspect is the position which faces north, south, east and west. And the reason that's important, by the way, is because it determines how much sunlight you're going to get in the house. The amount of sunlight you get in the house, speaking of that, is going to be slightly different in every house. And different buyers are looking for different things, and that's one of the things that is important for us as agents to know. We need to know what the buyers are looking for. But in order to be able to speak to the buyers with authority, we need to be able to separate your home from other homes that are in the market. Now, some things are going to be very obvious. If you've got 5 bedrooms and all the other properties have only got 3, then it doesn't take a genius to know that you've got 2 extra bedrooms. But sometimes there are things that make your home unique that may not be that obvious. For example, if you've done renovations to the house and you've used exceptional building materials that have come from overseas, or if you've laid a stone floor in the kitchen that is so robust that it's never going to be built again, we need to know that, and we need to know that so that we can help explain those benefits to the future buyers, and also so we can answer any objections that buyers are likely to have as to why they should be allowed to have a price discount. So I hope all of this is making sense. But they are the 3 things that we need to know. We need to know why it is that you're selling. We need to know how much it is that you need in the hand to be able to make the venture worthwhile. And we need to know everything about your home that makes it unique. I hope that's helpful. If you'd like to talk to me about this any further, by all means feel free to get in touch. You can call me on 0403 194 813. You can also email me, alexhall@atrealty.com.au. And I've written a book, or co-written I should say, called You Sold for How Much? And if you're wanting a copy of that, by all means feel free to log on to my website, www.alexhallteam.com.au, and I'll happily get a copy of that book right to you. But for now, hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Alex Hall signing off, and no doubt I'll speak to you soon. Thanks so much.